Hey, hi guys. How are you all? Am I audible to you guys? If I'm audible, can you guys just uh, send a reply over here so that I know if I'm audible, I know that you guys are able to see this or hear me as well. I see a couple of you guys already here. I'm just waiting for your reply. So once I see your reply, I thought I'll just. All right, perfect. I can see responses. I can start seeing responses over here. Perfect. What about the others? Can I just say hi to all of you guys? Just waiting for the others also to respond. If let's say you guys are available for responding. All right, perfect. So I'm assuming that you guys are able to see the screen as well, and my audio should be reaching you guys properly as well, I guess. So let's get started with today's session. Let's understand what we are actually going to learn over here. So we'll try to have kind of like an interactive session where it's not just that I will be the person who's going to continue talking. Rather than that, let's have it like a mutual conversation over here. So whenever you guys have some response or some answer to give, it would be great if you guys could just type it down over there. So no one's gonna say if that's a wrong answer. No one's gonna say anything about it. All right. So to introduce myself, my name is Kiran Sharma. So I'm one of the core team member at Skill Safari. So here I am going to teach you guys machine learning and IoT over here. See, machine learning and IoT, if you ask me, it's a very vast topic. It's a very big topic where people take years and years of practice and understanding and all these things to start working on it. We will not be able to cover a lot of concept today where I'm going to get feedback from your end and just understand what kind of concepts or okay, I see audio not working properly. So, what about the others? Are you guys able to hear me properly? Is my audio coming to you guys properly? Is there any problem with my audio? Can you guys just say yes if there is a problem and no if there is no problem? Uh, just waiting for your response. All right, perfect, perfect. So, for someone who is having problem with my audio, I guess there should be some issue with your internet connectivity, buddy. Can you just check on that? So, as I was saying, IoT takes a lot of experience. It takes a lot of time for people to understand it. So today we are just going to break the ice, if you ask me. Okay. Now let me start by a very important question over here. Let's get the facts cleared over here. How many of you guys have this doubt? Right? Just tell me. How many of you guys have this doubt? What is artificial intelligence? What is data science? And what is machine learning? How many of you guys actually know the difference between these three items over here? What is artificial intelligence? What is data science? And what is machine learning? What is the clear difference between all these three things? Can anyone just think? Can you tell me if you have any doubts, or I mean, are you very clear about what is the differentiation over here? If you know the proper differentiation, say yes. If you do not know the proper differentiation, you can just say no. That's all right. I'm still waiting for your response. Just thinking that you're gonna say something over here. All right. So let me explain how this works over here. All right. See, I'm gonna take an example. Okay. AI uses cognitive data. All right. Perfect. Yeah, pretty much bang on. I just want to explain. I want to explain for a very simple, in a very simple explanation is what I want to give over here. Let's make it very simple. See, I'm going to take an example of a self-driving car. Okay, see, I'm gonna give you guys a situation right now and tell you guys or make you guys understand which part is going to perform which particular function over here. All right, now okay, ML is a subset of AI. That's great. Okay, just let's assume that you have a self-driving car. You're at your office right now. Okay, there are two separate conditions which I'm actually going to talk about. One, you're leaving the office exactly at 6 o'clock. Okay, and the other condition is you're leaving the office at 10 o'clock. So how is this actually going to work? Data science, what exactly it is going to do is data science is all about predictions. Okay, it is all about predictions over here. It is going to predict what exactly you want or what exactly you're going to do. Okay, it is going to predict that. So data science, what it will do is it will understand whether you are busy or you want to reach your home early or these kind of conditions, and it will try to predict which particular route to take to avoid traffics or to avoid to reach your home early, these kind of things. This is what data science does. So data science is all about using data. If you can predict what is going to happen, let's say in the future, this is what is going to be data science for you. Whereas what does machine learning do? So when you are driving a car, okay, when you're driving a car, the point where like how to drive that particular car or real-time decisions about, like, let's say there's a car putting brake in front of you, your car is supposed to also put a brake, right? So these kind of real-time decision making, this is what machine learning does, right? Machine learning, there's a particular algorithm which you guys will write, and using that particular algorithm, the program will take decisions what to do at that particular time over here. Now, artificial intelligence, the process of using both data science and machine learning to perform a particular task. For example, here there is an AI which is going to drive that particular car, which predicts what is supposed to happen. At the same time, it also takes real-time decisions over here. So I hope you guys understand how exactly this works over here, how data science and how machine learning is going to be used in artificial intelligence. Let's go one step higher over here. Right now, let's get deeper into machine learning. Okay, now understanding machine learning is very, very, very important for us. Now what I want to tell you guys in advance is, computers are not as good as humans, right? They are not so smart, right? Computers are not smart. If you ask me, computers are actually dumb. They don't have this idea called common sense. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys an example and you tell me what will happen over here. Let's say you are walking on the road, you see a hole, right? You see a pothole on the road. What would you normally do? You would actually jump or walk around it and you would just move away. Let's just take another condition over here where a robot is walking on the road and it sees a pothole. Okay, what do you think the robot would do? What do you think a robot would do? Can you guys just guess? See, if a robot does not know the fact that it is supposed to jump that particular hole or it is supposed to go around that particular hole, it will naturally go and fall inside that hole, even if it has already detected there is a pothole on the road, right? Why? Because a computer or a program does not have that particular common sense, a basic intelligence, which a human being, we as a human being, take it for granted. We have those particular common sense, whereas computer does not actually have that. This is the major difference over here. Machine learning is actually the process of giving that common sense to a computer over here. This is the main purpose of having machine learning over here. We as human being are going to teach this common sense to a particular computer for each cases or each conditions. This is what machine learning it is. Now, why machine learning is a game changer? So I'm sure many of you guys would have actually seen a lot of different informations, or you would have actually seen a lot of conditions where machine learnings are actually used on a very regular basis. Let's talk about some very important aspects over here. We as people who are living at 2021 over here, this generation, to be very specific, we don't like to waste time. Okay, we don't actually like to waste time. We want to make use of the time as good as possible or as best as possible. We don't want to waste time like doing huge mathematical problems. We try to automate things and we try to make things more efficient. Okay, so this is why machine learning is actually taking huge amount of craze these days, where we are building systems which will automatically learn how to do things which as a human being we might take like a lot of time to do. For example, all this weather calculation, predictions and all these things, if a human being is going to sit and do, a human being will take a lot of time to do that, whereas a machine or a computer can actually do that very easily in a very short span of time. Just the matter that we will have to teach that particular computer how to do that particular prediction. All right, so let's take an example. I want to teach you guys, or I want to make you guys understand how machine learning is used on a daily basis in your life. How many of you guys use Netflix over here? Or how many of you guys have ever used Netflix in this particular set of people who are watching this now? Can you guys just tell me? If you have used Netflix, can you just tell me yes? Waiting for your response. All right. Okay, great. See, what exactly happens is, just tell me this particular thing. How many times have you went inside or logged into your Netflix account and logged out without watching a movie? How many times has it ever happened? Every time you go to Netflix, how many times such conditions have happened where you go to Netflix but you come out without watching a movie? Have such conditions or have such instance ever happened? It might have happened where the chances of that happening is going to be very, very, very less, because Netflix uses a very, very interesting machine learning algorithm where what happens is that whenever you go inside Netflix, it will induce you to watch a particular movie, because it understands your behavior. It understands your behavior and it will make sure that all the thumbnail or different images or the selection of movies which is shown to you guys is completely based upon what you want to watch. For example, let's say you guys are adventure junkies. If let's say you are adventure junkies, what will happen is all the machine learning algorithm would have already understood that you are someone who likes adventures. So all the different types of movies that it is going to show you guys are going to be relevant to adventures or some thrillers or these kind of things, which is something which you like. So this is how Netflix is using machine learning. So Netflix is not the only platform. There are a lot of other platforms which uses, for example, every single startup these days which has reached a particular level, every single one of them actually uses machine learning in their daily basis. Okay, so let's go deeper over here. Some real world applications. Let's understand some real world applications over here in the area of medical science. Okay, in the area of medical science, where if you want to start researching on some particular disease or medicines or whatever it is, machine learning helps you do highly complex mathematical problems in a very simple manner, where a human being will take a lot of time to do it, right? For example, energy sector, just assume how much efficient you can actually make use of all the resources. If you're going to talk about a hydropower station where water is most important for you to generate electricity, just imagine using machine learning, you can use that water in a very efficient manner where you don't lose out a lot of water. For example, winter, people don't use AC, air conditioners, right? In such cases, the amount of usage of generation of electricity is going to be considerably low, whereas compare that to summer right now where almost everyone uses AC on a daily basis, right? So now you need more water to actually do it, so you will save water on a winter time, whereas you will start using more water during a summer time. So this is what is kind of what machine learning does. It will predict about different temperatures and rainfalls and the energy consumption, all these things it is going to take, and it will predict that this particular day use this much water to you to generate this much amount of electricity. This is what machine learning does. It will learn all these things over here. Now just understand financial sectors, for example, like fraud detections from people who try to hack into your bank accounts, or people trying to withdraw some money from your debit card on all these things. On further cases, let's say the amount of money that you can actually make if a machine learning algorithm learns how to do trading, right? So these are some real-time applications, whereas these are not the only application. There are huge amount of applications out there where every single day people are actually using machine learning even without you knowing it. Okay, so how will you get started with machine learning over here? So how will you get started? So if you're someone who has to get started or start doing something, how are you supposed to get started? One thing which is most important over here is you will need a huge amount of data, right? You will want a huge amount of data, because data is very important for you guys to teach a program how to perform a particular task, right? Data, what I'm talking about is different conditions. For example, let's say you want to build a machine learning algorithm which will automatically understand, which is used in, let's say, your fitness device, like you might be using a Fitbit or power mi band, right? It will automatically track all your activities, right? Like whether you're sitting or you're walking or you're running, you're swimming and all these things, right? It's not a program, it's actually a machine learning algorithm which differentiates what is what based upon your heartbeat or your movement and all these things. It will understand that, and it is going to save that data in your cloud over here. So for that, you need a lot of data to train that particular algorithm to understand, okay, fine, if this is the waveform, this is the activity which is performed. If another waveform is given, then it should automatically understand, like it should understand the difference between walking and running, sleeping and doing yoga, maybe, you know, these kind of differences it can only understand provided we are actually giving them huge amount of data to learn from. Okay, now there are three major techniques which are actually used to there are three major techniques which are actually used to build these kind of systems, right? We can call them models if you want, because there are three major techniques. I'm just going to take a pause over here, ask a question to you guys, just assuming that all of you guys are able to understand it. The speed at which I'm actually teaching to you guys right now, is that understandable, right? Is that understandable to you guys? Am I going very fast? Am I going slow? Any suggestion from you guys so that I can modulate? Because from now we are actually going to start something which is very important. So if I can understand this right now, I can adjust my speed accordingly, right? So assuming, if you say yes, can I just assume that can I think that the speed at which I'm going is good enough for you guys to understand? Right? If it is if you guys say yes, I'm going to continue the same way. If it is no, I'm gonna okay, all right, okay, perfect, great. So I'll try to maintain the same speed. At places I'll try to increase the speed a bit, where there is the understandability is going to be very easy for you guys. Now right now I want you guys to listen to this very carefully. All of us know that a machine learning is nothing but an algorithm or a model which will automatically learn how to perform a particular task. Okay, maybe not a task, you can actually rather take it as, like, you give a condition, it will know what to do with that condition. So this is called machine learning. So how will a computer know how to do that, take that particular decision? There are different ways in which you actually teach it, right? So the first one is called as a supervised learning. Okay, supervised learning, where you provide the data set and you teach the computer how to learn from it. The second one is unsupervised learning, and the third one is reinforcement learning. Okay, these are the three different techniques over here: supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement. I will explain all these three to you guys and give you guys real examples as well. Okay, now first thing, I'm going to start with supervised learning over here. The type of learning in which a human being is someone who is actually going to teach the computer how to take the decisions over here. A supervised learning, as simple as, like, you're going to school to learn something, right? Something similar to that, where here a human being is going to sit with the computer and the computer is going to learn from the human being. Just imagine this. I mean, you guys might be imagining that a proper computer is sitting right next to a human being. Not exactly. Whereas human being is going to give all the necessary information for a computer to take a proper decision over here. So how it works is nothing but human will give input and output to the model. Okay, what human being will do is nothing but human being will say, see, these are the data that you're going to get. At the same time, these are the outputs that you're supposed to give. This is defined earlier itself. What happens after that is a human being will say, if this is the type of data, right? If let's say you get a data type as A, the decision that you're supposed to take is going to be, let's say, true. Okay, whereas if let's say you give another condition, whereas another type of information or something that you get, the type of decision that you're supposed to take is false, right? let me give you guys a real-time example over here. I'm going to take case study of a medical science industry, retina scan. How many of you guys have heard about Aravind Eye Hospital, which is very famous in the southern part of our country? Aravind Eye Hospital. Have you guys heard of this place? All right, great. See, Aravind Eye Hospital is a famous eye hospital which is it gets a lot of people on a very regular basis. Daily they get a lot of people to come to their hospital to check their eye. Okay, it's they are very famous for their quality of service. See, Aravind Eye Hospital partnered with Google to build an algorithm which will help people detect or understand what kind of retina scan that they are going to get. See, you might have heard about it. What happens is that if someone is actually getting affected by sugar, lot of cases they have problem with their eyes, right? They get problem with their eyes over here normally. So whenever you take a retina scan, you can actually find small blockage in their nerves which is passing through their retinas. Okay, so Aravind Eye Hospital partnered with Google to build a particular AI, a machine learning algorithm, which will take a picture of your retina and it will detect whether your eyes is affected or infected because of sugar. Okay, so this is a particular thing that they have, because normally they take a lot of time to actually understand or go through this report and get a result out of it. But here an AI just takes a picture, just say this is the answer. Like initially it used to take number of days, right now it's just taking matter of minutes for you to get an answer over here. This is what is actually happening with the eye retina scan over here. Another example is because maybe here what happens is that Arvind Eye Hospital or a particular company or a system, what they would have done is they would have given a lot of different retina scans to the system and said, see, if this is the type of image that you get, say that this is a level 1 infection. If let's say give another type of image and say this is level 2 infection, give level 3 infection, like that they are going to give like lakhs and lakhs of images and teach the computer that, see, there is a pattern over here. If they follow a pattern A, then it is level 1 infection. If it is pattern 2, then it is level 2 infection. So a computer will automatically understand how to identify a pattern over here, how to identify a pattern and take a decision accordingly. For example, tumor detection, it could be based upon the amount of hemoglobin or different symptoms which is available in your blood or your tissues or whatever it is. So a machine learning algorithm will find a particular pattern. It would have learned a particular pattern based on previous examples and previous result, and then it will predict and it will tell that, see, there is a tumor like this over here, this is the type of tumor which is supposed to come or which is available in your body. So this is what it does. It could also maybe help with take proper decision with respect to outbreak prediction, what kind of outbreak is going to come and what type of task that you're supposed to take to prevent that particular outbreaks. All right, now let's understand what is unsupervised learning. Let's go a little deeper over here. What exactly is unsupervised learning? See, unsupervised learning is almost like, since you guys understood what is supervised learning, unsupervised learning is going to be kind of exactly opposite to that, where here what happens is that the system is going to get only the inputs, whereas once getting that particular input, the system will automatically start identifying patterns in that particular input and it will take decisions accordingly, right? It will start taking decisions according to the pattern it finds. Okay, it will start making groups. So okay, fine, there is a group A which follows a particular pattern A, group B follows a pattern B, group C follows pattern C. So it will identify this particular set of pattern and then it will take decisions accordingly. Some real-time examples which I can actually give you guys is, for example, let's say face scan, right? Image recognition places where you can take face scans. What happens is it will understand a particular pattern. For example, let's say you would have seen a lot of movies, right, where image recognition is done by like drawing couple of lines on someone's face, and they will say that, okay, see, this person is detected over here. These are nothing but machine learning, which actually scans through hundreds and hundreds or maybe millions and millions of footages and images to identify something. So it will find a pattern on a particular person's face, and it will see where this particular face is there. So all that is actually machine learning over there. All right. It could also be used for animal protection, like I'm talking about, let's say, conditions like to avoid poaching. You can see a lot of cameras which is set up in the forest. Like, see, the camera actually takes images whenever there is someone passing in front of that particular camera. So animals are there in the forest, right? So animals, when they pass through that camera, it takes a photo, but that is not an alert. It is supposed to take an alert only if a human being passes that particular region. So you should teach, as a machine learning algorithm, you can teach that particular algorithm to detect human being instead of animals. So that is something which is actually very commonly used in India as well as Africa. Fraud detection. I'm not sure how many of you guys have got a call or got messages where they say, give us this OTP, we will do this particular transaction for you, or you will get this kind of offer. All these things are actually going to be fraud detections. So you can actually build an algorithm which you can give inputs, and it will start categorizing. That is called as clustering, right? It will cluster, it will create a cluster of informations or cluster of data, saying that, see, these set of data follow a particular pattern, whereas set B are following a particular set of patterns. So you can actually help, or the computer will automatically identify patterns, and it will give you informations accordingly. All right. So finally, the most interesting and the latest version of it is called that reinforcement learning. See, this is a reward based learning which is used by most startups these days. When I say reward based, I'm going to talk about the machine algorithm predicts something, and if it happens to be correct, then it will get rewarded. If it happens to be wrong, then it will identify what is wrong in that particular algorithm and correct it automatically. It is very interesting. Okay, it's very interesting. Well, let's take case studies of, let's say, some startups over here. Let's talk about a food delivery app. All of you guys use food delivery, right? For example, let's say you guys might be using Zomato or Swiggy, whatever. You guys are using all these food delivery apps over here. Have you ever noticed whenever there is a rain, it will automatically increase the duration of someone reaching your place, and it will automatically say that there is a rain coming up, or there is a rain happening over there. So the price and time which is going to reach you guys is going to be more. You would also understand whether that, see, person A is willing or will be willing to pay extra money during these set of times, whereas person B might not be willing. For example, let's say I have person A and person B. Person A, on a very regular basis, what person A would have done is that even if it is a surcharge or peak charge happening, they wouldn't hesitate from ordering food. Whereas person B, what he or she might have done is that whenever there is a surcharge, whenever there is a there is a hike in the amount of price they're supposed to pay, they normally don't order the food. So this algorithm will understand that, see, person A, even if there is a increase in price or decrease in price, will always order a food. Whereas person B, if there is an increase in price, person B will not actually order a food. So during such increase in price, person B will not get these set of restaurants in their suggestions, so that they will not close that app and go out, right? This is what it actually understands. Let's talk about e-commerce websites. So whenever you're ordering something from Flipkart or Amazon, it will start recommending something in the bottom, saying that, see, person whoever saw this particular item also saw these items, would you be interested? So the reward that the algorithm which is going to get is you clicking one of that particular image. For example, let's say you're ordering a mobile phone. It would actually say that, see, person who bought this mobile phone also bought a mobile case for this particular mobile phone. Would you like to see? If you click that mobile case product, it will automatically understand that, see, this particular prediction is correct. So it is getting rewarded over there. So that's a good sign. So companies like Flipkart and Amazon are actually using these kind of algorithms. Social media is most interesting over here. your content which is going to come in your Facebook page, my Facebook page, your Instagram page and my Instagram page are going to be completely different, because it is going to rely giving you relevant content. Just imagine and see how much time you would have actually spent on let's say Instagram, watching random videos. Why? Because the algorithm actually knows after this video this person might be interested in this video, let's say per video B, and after video B the person might be interested in video C. This is what it understands, and it will start arranging these videos and images in a particular order, and it will feed those information to you, and we just get hooked to that particular thing, and we're going to stay over there, right? This is how reinforcement learning actually is done. This is very interesting over here. So did you guys understand the three different types of learning over here? First one, we learned what we actually learned was a supervised learning. Second thing what we learned was unsupervised learning, and the third thing that we actually learned was reinforcement learning. So I'm assuming, I'm suppose you guys understood the different types of learning over here. So anyone has any doubt, I can help you guys out with that. If let's say you guys have any doubt, I'm gonna wait for your response. Okay, so if there is any doubt, you can actually ask the question over there, so I can answer that for you guys. All right, so I'm gonna move forward. So what you should know, this is most important over here. So all of us know how machine learning works over here. So what you should actually know is something which is very important. What you should actually know over here. So some things which you're supposed to know over here is, whenever you start working on a machine learning algorithm, it is not necessary that you might actually have to get it right the very first time. No, not necessary at all. People take multiple attempts, multiple iterations and multiple different corrections to actually get an algorithm right. So just have this in your mind that you need not get your first model correct. Second, you should know how to work and process data. Why? Because all that particular informations that you're supposed to use, all that data that you're supposed to use to train and test your algorithm, are all supposed to be really relevant and good data with which the computer or the model can actually learn those information and the decision taking skills. It is supposed to be good. So a machine learning expert should also be good at processing and working with data. Third, if you're someone who's very good at mathematics, this is going to be an added advantage for you, right? Okay, is reinforcement learning trained by humans? Yes, reinforcement training is also something where human being would provide necessary inputs and suggestions, saying that try this particular model, try this particular ideas. So they would give these suggestions to the model, and the algorithm decides when to implement those suggestions. Okay, now coming back over here, so it is 50% math and 50% programming. So it is not like someone who knows only programming can actually do machine learning. No, person also should know mathematics. So whenever someone actually starts learning machine learning, right, what they would first spend for 50% of the initial time, if let's say it's a 6-month course, what will happen is 3 months or so would normally spend, or 2 to 3 months they will normally spend on learning how to build these kind of equations. There are a lot of linear equations, regressions and all these kind of things they are supposed to learn initially before they start implementing that. Okay, so that is why we call it 50% it is math and 50% it is going to be programming over here, right? Finally, ability to identify a particular improvement and problem in the model on a regular basis is something which we actually need, right? Whenever you actually see a chance of improvement, you're supposed to implement that in your particular algorithm. So that is very important over here. All right, so okay, yes, you can call it like that. You can call it kind of like hybrid, but the way that it works, the kind of training that we actually provide when it is, when it is the third case, it reinforcement learning, when the third case, it is going to be a little different, because the type of equations that we put in a particular model is going to vary based upon different conditions. So we will have to discuss more deep, because I just scratched the surface of what exactly is machine learning for you guys. All right, now just tell me something. Are you guys interested to learn more about machine learning? Because just wanted to understand, because today I was just given a basic 30 minutes or so content to you guys to understand whether you guys are interested to learn machine learning. If you guys say you guys are interested to learn machine learning, I can maybe come up with longer content, right? Longer content which we can have regular classes to see if you guys will be able to take up that particular class on a regular basis. Okay, just comment down below, tell that yes, we are interested to learn machine learning and all these things, what you want to learn, so that I can provide you guys with that particular content, conduct YouTube lives and all these things for you guys to learn those sessions over here. Now I'm going to give you guys an activity. Just consider, take that as a small competition with you guys. Since you guys spend 30 minutes to 30 minutes to learn something about machine learning, let's just understand what you guys learned by implementing something over here. I believe you guys would have heard about these four companies: Spotify, Fitbit, Cred, Amazon. Okay, you would have heard about these four companies over here. I want you to actually come up with what type of learning model do you think, right? Do you think is used in the below examples? What type of learning model? Is it going to be supervised, or is it going to be unsupervised, or is it going to be, let's say, reinforcement? I want you to give me with an explanation, saying that if you say Spotify is a supervised learning model, I want you to tell me why do you think it's a supervised learning model. If you call Fitbit to be an unsupervised learning model, I want you to tell me why it is an unsupervised learning model, so that I can understand where you have done some amount of research to learn these skills. If you are capable of finding these answers, then you can consider yourself to be ready for a machine learning class. Okay, you can consider yourself to be ready for a machine learning class. So I'm going to finish off the session with this. Okay, I'm going to finish off the session with this. Sunday is going to be a very important day for you guys. I'm going to give you guys all the time that you need to have fun today. But of course, you spend 30 or 40 minutes right now. I want you guys to finish learning this particular concept and then move forward. All right. So don't forget to finish that particular task which I gave you. If you want, I believe you would have taken a screenshot of that as well. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for joining today. Right. It finds the interest of users and suggests accordingly. I want you to comment down below. Once the session is over, I want you guys to comment down below. I will also try to reply to those particular comments saying who has given the most accurate answer, right? It would be great. It would be really interesting to see what different peoples have to find out, So that's it, guys. Thanks for coming, right? The session is over. It was really nice meeting you guys today. We'll see you guys in the next session. Thank you very much. Definitely do reply to the definitely do reply to our comment over there, right? See, these are the different informations which I want you guys to figure out by end of the day, at least, right? Try your level best. Thank you very much, guys. See you soon. Bye bye.